Welcome to a podcast of total terror. Night of the Nerdy Laser.
Welcome everybody to Night of the Nerdy Laser, episode 178. I'm your host as always, Richard. Fun fact, Jeff used to watch bowling live. Yule.
Who do you think you are? I am Jeff Lown.
I don't know what the guy's name is, but you need to look up bowling quote and just enjoy it. I don't know what you'd look it up on YouTube, but this guy is hilarious. So anyway,
Pete Weber, he's a legend.
We
Put some respect on it.
We are Night of the Nerdy Laser this week because it's that time.
We sure are.
It's the last Wednesday of the month. That means it's Night of the Nerdy Laser here on the Nerdy Laser podcast. And we are going to be talking about the mainstream Oscar nominee, Golden Globe winner, I think.
Sounds right.
2024, The Substance, starring Demi Moore.
Yeah.
We're timely.
Yes.
I wanted to do the keep, but Jeff wouldn't let me. So if you're mad about that, then all email can go to Kevin Von Ears at gfunkymonkey.com.
The funny thing about us doing these is that we both wanted to do Wolfman, really, but then didn't.
Well, I mean, I would have went yesterday, and God knows I had a day off yesterday and didn't do a fucking thing except adult stuff like oil change, and I have to start picking up this house because it's driving me and probably more so my wife crazy, but it is bothering me, and so I know if it's bothering me, it's not a good situation.
Yeah, I don't know why. Not your house. I mean, we got like a blizzard, like 10 of them out of nowhere. So that's why I didn't go. But I mean, I'd still like to see it. I feel like it's going to be one that shows up on streaming kind of quick.
I still want to see it. Yeah, I think you're right though, but I still want to see it.
So do I.
I was going to. It's just if I go to a movie at 2:00 in the afternoon, there's a good chance that is a very good opportunity for a nap.
Dark room.
Maybe what happened with Nosferatu, but I'll never tell.
We know. No, but I've kind of been interested in the films they've listed this year for like award season. Like typically I'm like, okay, whatever, it's award season movies, but there's a few on there that I do want to see. That Anora popped up on there, that I think Neon did it. They showed the trailer for it for Cuckoo, during Cuckoo, for me anyway.
Oh yeah.
I think Criterion is putting it out on 4K. So like went right out of theaters, and Criterion's like, we got this. So it better deliver. There's a few other ones that kind of looked interesting. Wicked was not one of them. Could care less. So
I mean, I'll watch it eventually.
Okay, I'll let you do that. Thanks.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, I like musicals.
I'm not watching it. So
I mean, it's so sad you'll never see Book of Mormon because it's the funniest shit you'll ever watch in your entire life.
Hey, speaking of those two guys, I watched Casa Bonita Mi Amor.
Yeah. Easy for you to say.
Mi Amor.
Have you ever been there?
I have. It was during the time when it was like poorly run and operated and just disgusting. And
tell people what it is.
So Casa Bonita is a Colorado staple. It's in the documentary, they even go on to say it was like an old, I think, Joslin's or Dillard's or JCPenney or one of those like, clothing stores that some developers came in and built like this crazy Mexican food restaurant, but it has like Black Bart's cave and a monkey running around, and it has like cliff divers and all this stuff. And so the South Park guys, being from Colorado, had gone to it. So I guess Trey Parker had like this like in the documentary, you find out he had this like love for it and like nostalgia, and he's like, oh, I guess we'll buy it. So it turns out, I mean, it ends up costing them way more than they thought to renovate, because like there were electrical wires, like where the pool divers like came out. It like nothing was up to code. It was just I don't know how it was never closed like during an inspection, but like it's crazy. But you
Well,
see,
food inspection typically doesn't check the cliff divers, I'm guessing.
I guess that's true. The HVAC systems were bad, like so many things. And like the doc, you feel bad for him at some point in the doc. You're like, oh my God, when is enough? Like, but they fix it up. And, you know, Trey kind of finds it hard to enjoy now just because he's like a perfectionist. So
do they still own it?
yeah, as far as I know, right now you can't get into it still. It's all reservation and like lotto only. So like you basically win your tickets to go eat at a restaurant months down the line. Yeah.
You can't just go to it?
No, I want to say that the documentary said from the time they reopened it, to when they put the documentary out, I think either 1 million people or like 500,000 people had already cycled through. And
I mean, it has to be just a moneymaker.
They have to make a lot of money to get even. I think it was $40 million they put into it for renovations after paying $5 million for the building and the like name and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's a lot. But what are they worth? Come on.
I think that deal they signed with Paramount or whatever, Comedy Central, this last time was like, I don't know, 9-figure deal. So hundreds of millions of dollars plus whatever they've made up to that point.
Well, the internet never lies to me.
Not once.
That can't be right.
What's it say?
I guess it is. I mean, it's not as much. I mean, it is. It's more money out than I could ever imagine. But I mean, Trey Parker is 600 million. So you suddenly don't feel bad for them, right?
No, but I don't dislike those two guys either. So
I don't either. I mean,
when
I
they find
love them.
success and stuff, I'd like them to continue to find success.
Matt Stone is 700 million. Why is one worth more?
Because Matt says he's more than money, man. Like they even mentioned that. Like Trey's like the idea guy, and Matt's more like smarter about his money. So that's kind of interesting. It was really good. I've watched. What did I tell you? I've watched like 50 movies or something this month. So
Yeah, something pathetic.
What'd you say? It's a lot, but anyway, I got a couple more to get to.
You said 40 already, and it's not the end of the month.
Well, up to now, let me see. I'll tell you, it's 44. I'd like to get 6 more in before the end of the month.
I'm sure you can do it.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to watch Strange Darling. That one I've been.
Oh yeah, I've been wanting to watch that, and I just started. I'm gonna watch Subservience. That's on Netflix.
What's that one?
That's that Megan Fox one.
Is that the one with like the snow cover?
She's a robot.
Oh no, that's not it. Then I get hers all confused.
She's a robot, and it's kind of compared to that Companion that's coming out that I want to see, and I've heard is great.
Is that more Blumhouse looking stuff? Smart home, smart robot, doll.
I mean, I've not watched the trailer. I don't plan on it. I don't know who puts it out, but the poster does look kind of like Blumhouse.
Yeah, well,
but I've heard it's very good. So anyway,
yeah.
Apparently, I can't see a movie without it being ruined, like The Substance, which we'll get into later on.
Yeah, there's a few I want to get to the theater for. So I don't know. I hope I make it.
I hope you do. You two do, buddy.
You too do.
You two to do, buddy. All right, what's the news?
So there were a couple things I saw that kind of came across my news alerts. Dinner with Leatherface documentary. releases on 2/25, so next month. And I think it's like about Gunnar Hansen, or Gunnar.
Yeah. Got it.
So I saw that. I did write them down on a sticky note here.
Oh, segue for Gunnar Hansen.
Go ahead.
Did you know he had a book?
I have it somewhere.
Well, do you know who else has the book?
Who's that?
Our good friend Jason down at the dungeon. Of course, I'm talking about the dungeon at Southland right here in Maryville, Tennessee. Yes, you too could get a Gunnar Hansen's autobiography right there, along with vinyl records, laser discs, DVDs, HD DVDs, Blu-rays, VHS, boutique labels, region B, region free. You can get just about everything that you can think of that you would want to hold in your hands, like video games and tarot cards, at the dungeon at Southland, which is right here in Maryville, Tennessee. But don't fret if you don't live here. All you have to do is go to Instagram, type in dungeon, Southland _ dungeon. That is Southland _ dungeon. And you will see all his wares that he is selling, including an Xbox One stack of games that he just got. So that should be the next picture up here soon. So he's getting some cool stuff in. He got some Switch stuff, some Xbox One stuff. So yeah, check it out and hit him up, shoot him a message, and if you see something you like, you can purchase it from him over this glorious thing we call the internet. And y'all can work that out. So, yeah, just tell them Night of the Nerdy Laser sent you. And we appreciate you like we appreciate Jason.
Thank you, Jason.
All right, what's next?
So Zach Krieger, the guy that did Barbarian.
Oh, yes, I saw some. The movie sounded interesting.
Yeah, so he's working on Resident Evil.
Oh, is it Resident Evil?
Yeah. He might be doing something else, but they did.
No, I think that's what I did see.
His name's been tied to Resident Evil, and I saw it come up, I don't know, a week or two ago, and I was like, okay, this is just one of those random groups or posts that Facebook's like, you probably want to see this instead of literally anything you actually want to see. And I was like, okay, and I was like, that's just fake, whatever. And then it's come up again a couple more times, and so it feels a little more concrete this time, so I'm kind of excited about that. I think he would do good with it, based on Barbarian and his writing abilities. There's plenty of source material.
I would rather him I don't know if is he the writer and director of Barbarian?
I think he did both. I'll check real quick. But
so I would rather, if he was, I was just gonna say I would rather see him do another original concept. Have you seen this trailer for this movie called Sinner?
No, but he did write
football at the in-laws the other day, and this movie come on. I was like, oh, I think this is Jordan Peele's new movie. It's not, and it's called Sinners, and I have no idea what it is.
Oh wait, I saw the trailer for that somewhere.
Michael B. Jordan's in it.
Yeah, and Ryan Coogler directed it. So he did Black Panther, Judas and the Black Messiah.
He's doing Sinners?
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, he did that. But yeah, the Zach Krieger or whatever directed and wrote Barbarian. I agree with you that I think another original would be really good for him, but I think he could do good with this. And then the last piece of news I just wanted to mention was that Walmart was starting to get those Terrifier 3 VHSs. And yes, we're in 2025, but Walmart is getting the Terrifier 3.
You got that bloody, disgusting, like, it's not an end cap, it's more in the middle of an aisle. But I saw somebody post a picture and it had that, and it had some wild things in it, like action figures that you don't normally see at Walmart.
think they had the Toxic Crusader Toxie, and
Yeah, they've had that the when they very first started doing that.
yeah,
They
and we
had
would say how
Toxic.
huge the stupid packaging was for it because it's
It's
insane.
ginormous, and the cost is a lot too. So, well, speaking of Toxie, he's finally getting released.
Yeah, he is.
So, a company finally has purchased it. I can't remember the name of it, cinematography or something like that. That's not the name of it, but it's Cine something. They have purchased it, and it's going to get a wide release. So, yay! And on that fact, are you excited to see it? Would you see it in the theater?
What?
Toxic.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because I told you I was watching through the Toxic stuff again. I just finished up 2. It's insane. I didn't remember it being that crazy, but now I'm kind of excited to get to 3 and 4.
I mean, I know I own them all. Of course, I do. Why not? But I mean, I might have seen 2, but I don't remember it. I've never seen Sergeant Kabuki Man either. So
That's a good one.
I know I need to see it. But speaking of Toxie, our good pal Matt, who used to be on the show and one of my best friends, he is he brought me a belated Christmas present the other day. Did I tell you this?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Well, I've got the Blu-ray Toxic Crusaders, the series. Ooh.
Somehow I knew you'd end up with that, not because of Matt, but just because I was like, "Are you going to get it?" And you're like, "Nah."
It is
And so
it is
naturally
funny.
it showed up.
So I have this, right? And then, a couple of Christmases ago, Corey got me this.
People are just like, "What's Richard's go-to? Toxic Crusaders?"
And those are the only 2 things I own.
What are the? I thought that box of shoes by you was Toxic.
Oh, it is, but I bought those.
Oh, okay.
If you're watching on YouTube, you can watch this on YouTube and see all the things that I'm showing. And my show and tell is good today, so get over on YouTube if you're not. So Jeff, fine. You want to see what's in the box?
Yeah, I want to see the
What's in
shoes.
box?
It's been a while. I can't remember them. Do they look like Converse almost?
Might wear these this Saturday. So look at the box. Ooh. And this is collector's edition, number 28 of 250. So, do I dare wear them? They've never been worn.
That's like taking a toy out of the package. Why would you do it?
I know, but should I?
You don't have other shoes? I can't imagine those are going to be comfortable.
No, especially for my fat ass. I need an arch. I need a fucking arch, buddy. But yeah, look, that's cool, right?
Yeah, no, those are really cool.
I mean, I'm not going to show the other one because the exact same thing is on it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I probably shouldn't wear them, but I mean, I feel like I should.
Why don't you just take a picture of them, tape it to the side of the shoe you're wearing, and it'll look like you're wearing those. Nobody will know the difference.
What if I don't go outside?
I don't know. Those sneakerheads, they're pretty picky about their shoes.
Oh, Christ, I'm going to have my Air Force Ones.
You and Nelly.
All right. I got show and tell. Mine's better than yours because you probably don't have any.
I do. It's here.
Okay. Well, I have a bunch. I don't have just one. So I recently went to San Francisco like last week. And I didn't know that there was a Super 7 store in San Francisco. I just never knew that. There's one in San Diego too. Those are the only 2.
Huh.
And so it wasn't far. So I convinced my wife to go over there. We had a rental car. We ended up lost on the highway, yelling at each other. It was a big thing, but made it to the store. And it was a cool store. It was very small, but I mean, the guy was cool. We talked and stuff. But anyway, I mean, they had mostly normal stuff, but they actually did have some, and I don't know any examples, but this is what he told me. I mean, they did have older things in there that they didn't mark up. Like if you wanted them, you could go to that store and find it.
That they did mark up or did not?
That they did not, like eBay or something.
Oh, okay. So they just retailed it still.
Yeah.
Oh, good for them.
I don't have an example of that, but so anyway, The figures were buy 4 get 1 free, so of course I bought 4. I've never seen these in the stores, so it's mainly why I got them. They had the ultimate sabotage Beastie Boy figures, which I desperately need in my life. I don't have the reaction set that they made, but those ultimates are amazing.
Only you would want that. You and everybody else that wanted it. So
Every 90s kid. So I have dived into a new line of things, Jeff.
just what you needed.
I don't, but this isn't, I don't need them all or whatever, but
Oh yeah, you do. Halloween kids, Super 7.
Halloween kids, and of course, I got Frankenstein. And Frankenstein, I gotta have Bride of Frankenstein.
Naturally.
Yeah, why not?
So this is
If
like
you're
an
gonna-
original line they made based kind of off old horror stuff, or
Based on the Ben Cooper stuff.
Oh,
that
okay.
NECA is doing the Ben Cooper kids.
oh, are those the ones that those are in the Walmart stuff too with the
Oh yeah, I did.
disgusting
Yes,
and all
you're
that
right.
stuff?
Those are the figures I was talking about. Yes.
Yeah.
And of course, if we're gonna have those, I'm gonna have
Yeah.
Dracula. And now it Spears a little wild right now. I mean, it's still Halloween kids, but now we have Mummy Boy. It doesn't really look like a mummy.
Is that in the same series or no? Because the backing turns blue.
I don't know.
That would drive me crazy. Actually, no, because on all my Batman the animated stuff, I have the backgrounds of the characters. It's either an orange and yellow skyline behind it or a blue and yellow skyline, and somehow I ended up lucky enough to get just right when I set them up on the wall, so it's like orange, blue, orange, blue, orange, blue.
Oh my
Or
God.
my OCD would have been like, I can't have two blues touching. That's weird.
Well, I got one more, and this is not a character from Universal or any past thing. It's one of my favorite lines that Super 7 does. I got Batula.
Oh, the worst?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's one of their lines, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
The
cool.
ultimate, because they do it. I have the ultimate Batula too.
Yeah.
Now they had the killer bat guy in the ultimate, and I didn't get it. I'm
Why
waiting
not?
for that. Big Bad's gonna have that on sale one day. I just know they are.
I'm waiting for payday to get another big bad order in because the last two paydays I did that and I felt real good about it.
There you
Got to
go.
treat
Oh,
yourself.
yeah, I got five figures for like $80. So, I mean, I feel like that is a good, is good.
Did you just carry him on the plane? Was the pilot like, what do you have there, little buddy? Is that your toys? Is that your toys? you want some plastic wings?
Oh, I'd take a pair of plastic wings.
I'm the captain now.
So, no, I put them in my backpack, and surprisingly, they didn't get damaged. But Jeff, I know, much to your chagrin, I may take these out of the package. I mean, to be fair, most everything I own might eventually come out of the package.
Yeah, I mean, that's your thing. Go ahead. I'm definitely not taking my two Macho Man out of the package. I do have that third one showing up, so I'll show him off one day. But anyway, as far as show and tell goes, so we could wrap it and go over to our next segment. As you, I guess, pretty much know, and maybe some people that listen, I've been watching through the MCU again because I was like, you know what, superheroes, I need a change from all the horror and all the other stuff I was watching. And I was like, it might be good with our format change. But I did go a little crazy and I ordered a bunch of Funkos that I definitely didn't need. And this was one of them. It was
Oh, the Civil War?
Captain and Iron Man, but it was an exclusive through Collector Core. And I guess I did. It was only like $16. I think it was like 18 shipped. It was really cheap. I don't know why. I guess because there's no value in all the stuff anymore. Except baseball cards.
You can just find Funko for nothing. It's like I just
Sometimes
don't understand that stuff goes on clearance and just. I mean, if you go to the Funko site, you can get some really good deals,
dude. when I was ordering this one and all the other ones, I think I told you I had ordered like 9 or 10 things from Funko, and it was like $60 or $70,
I
and I
know.
was like, "What?"
I mean, it's crazy.
But then you go to like Hot Topic or GameStop, and they're like $20, and you're like, "Shut up, stupid!"
Yeah, $12.99 for this one. You can get for $4.99 on Amazon.
Yeah, just wait a week. But yeah, so I got that. That's cool. Here's your buddy. He's not in a package.
Yay, Bob!
Got him, and then I got that boom mic, so I'm trying to put more junk on my desk just because I need it. And then Peyton gave me this Mace Windu. He's like, I don't know where I got it from, but here you go. It's
I
yours.
thought it was a starting lineup at first.
It looks like it.
I was like, but what year is that? Like 1935?
Yeah, no. So I got a few things on here. It's getting a little better.
Well, good. My place is just getting worse. So.
Oh, my room's better. The other room's a mess. So.
Oh well, no place in my house is good.
Well, there you go.
All right. Well, that's been fun. We did a lot. Substance. So we're gonna do like we were doing on Night and Nerdy Laser. We'll do some non-spoilery talk. Very difficult to do. But we can talk a little bit about the cast and stuff. And then we'll give you a way out. And let you know we're going to spoil the movie and talk a little bit more, give our thoughts. So if you care what we think about a movie, and we hope you do, you can stick around if you've seen the movie. And if you haven't, I urge you to go rent this. Actually, don't even listen to this, because even non-spoilery, it's a little spoilery if you don't know anything about the movie.
Yeah, I would say so.
Because I'm going to give a synopsis. I mean, a brief synopsis in my head that I made up. So, so anyway, so the substance is basically about a very popular exercise. It's almost as if they're like, it needs to be an Oscar movie, and they're going to get a star on the one, but we can't use any of that. So she's just a really popular exercise host, and it's Demi Moore, who does a tremendous job and 100% deserves the Oscar. Not just for this movie, but for her career, honestly. But this movie, she's damn good in it. And I don't know many actresses her age that would have done this movie without knowing that it would be as big of a success as it was. But so she's an exercise host, very popular. But she finds out that the studio is going to fire her and go for a younger host, which is obviously, what happens in Hollywood. I mean, you would think that is a true thing that happens, not just for women, probably more towards women, but equally for guys too. I understand that's a controversial statement, but I do believe that as we get older, both sexes really don't have the advantage anymore, unless you're Tom Cruise.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't get it. Vampire.
I mean, I don't get it, but
him and Brad Pitt.
And I don't believe Tom Cruise works out. I just believe he's like strapped to a contraption that does everything for him, or just people move him and make his body lift stuff, like Weekend at Bernie's,
Yeah, marionette.
I mean, yes. So anyway, that's kind of the gist of it. I mean, honestly, that's the story. You find out that so Demi Moore. I'll just say this without like going into massive detail right now. If you like Death Becomes Her, it's very, very similar.
Yeah. So, I mean, and then I guess another spoiler-free-ish type of statement I would say is like, this movie is like kind of about like, what would you do to stay relevant, to stay beautiful?
Yes.
Like, what price will you pay?
Yeah.
Like, And I mean,
That
and it's got a lot of real life elements and stuff in it because like there's serums and this and that, you know what I mean? Like, and people are like, oh, use this anti-aging cream or use this, or you got to do this and you brush your teeth with this and fix your hair with that. And you got to exfoliate, you know, all that different beauty stuff. I'm not the person to ask for it. I'm like, I top out at like putting like face, like lotion on. Like
I
that's
can
enough for
barely
me, buddy.
shave at this point.
I do. I shave like once a month because I have to do training at work, so I don't want to look too stupid. So
I mean, I used to shave every day. I mean, I'm bald, so I tried it. I used to shave every day. Then it got really bad, and I got really lazy. I mean, we went on vacation for like 6 days, 5 days, whatever, and I didn't even take a razor with me.
there you go. Yeah.
Demi Moore's great. I've always loved Demi Moore. I'm really glad she's doing something. She seems like a really good person. And I really liked her in Charlie's Angels too.
Oh yeah.
Which I really like that movie. It gets a
Oh.
lot of shit, but man, I love both of those movies.
I think they all do. I haven't seen the newest one, but I've seen the two. And growing up, for some reason, like I feel like it was
Wait, the
always
newest
on.
one, Charlie's Angels, new one?
Yeah, with didn't Elizabeth Banks direct it?
Oh God, I forgot about
And it
that.
just got buried.
Oh, it got slammed. Oh, I mean, slammed so bad I forgot about it. And usually movies are my only hope of memory.
2019, Elizabeth Banks wrote and directed, starring Kristen Stewart, Naomi Scott.
Oh yeah.
Elizabeth Banks was in it. Patrick Stewart, Ella Balinski, and Naomi Scott. I just watched something with her. Oh, Smile 2. I just watched that with her in it.
I haven't seen it. I want to see it.
I
Is
won't say
the
much.
end of Smile 2 better than the end of Smile 1?
I have opinions on both of those, and I'm not going to say any of them right here.
Well, I hate the ending of Smile 1. Like I hate the last half hour of Smile 1. So
I don't know. I have a problem with the movies. I'll just say it now, and then we'll go into spoilers about our other movies. So it's Smile and Smile 2, and don't get mad at me for saying this, but because it doesn't spoil the ending really, but it does. I'm not going to say nothing. I can't.
Don't say anything. It's
I hyped
fine.
it up, and I can't because you'll get mad, and you just said you wanted to watch it, so I'm not going to do that to you.
Yeah, don't be mad. That's what Matt does.
Well, we get excited. We want to talk about stuff. It's not my fault you've never seen anything. Every time we're like, "Hey, I've never seen it." Now it's ruined.
Now I'll say this about we'll go on. I wanted to mention is it Margaret Qualley?
Yeah.
So she's fantastic in this movie too. Really, it's a best actor and best actress, or best. I don't know. There's a lot
best
of
lead and best
controversy,
supporting.
Yes, I believe that's the way this should go, and I don't even know if she's nominated for best supporting, but I mean, I think Substance should win best movie, best actress, best lead, best everything. Really.
Okay.
And
So I pulled it up real quick because it was going to bother me if I didn't. 5 Academy Award nominations: Best Achievement in Makeup and Hairstyling, which I think is probably it could win that. Best Picture of the Year, which wow. Best Achievement in Directing, Best Performance by an Actress in a Leading Role.
Wait. What the fuck is that?
What? Achievement in Directing? Best Director, I think.
But is it?
That's what I would assume. Let me see.
I mean, why isn't it called Best Director?
I don't know if they just changed how the.
I hope to God, and it's not this secondary bullshit title like Intercontinental Championship or something.
Right? Yeah. Although
it's the European Championship.
That's funny. Best Performance by an Actress in a Lead Role: Demi Moore. Excuse me. And Best Original Screenplay. And so Cora Lee.
I would actually disagree with the Best Original Screenplay, but it's fine.
Who would you go with?
Well, I don't know who I'd go with, but I just think this movie is cobbled of about 3 movies I could name off the top of my head.
Oh yeah, no.
Like sure. Whoever wrote this movie watched the 3 movies that are in my head.
Tell those in the spoilers because I'm curious about them. But this was before, and then this is the last thing I think before we get into spoilers, because we need to, because there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about.
Yeah.
It's Coralie Fargiet. I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry.
Easy for you to say.
She Paris, France. She's a director and writer. So she did one other movie. It was that movie Revenge that was on Shudder with the neon.
Yeah, I never saw it.
The girl holding the rifle. I did at some point. I gave it a 7 out of 10. So that's that.
That's
but yeah,
good.
Yeah, for me.
All right. If you don't want to be spoiled of this movie, so long. See you later. Sayonara. And go follow us on YouTube at Night of the Nerdy Laser. Follow us on Instagram at Night of the Nerdy Laser and Nerdy Laser. And follow us on Facebook at Night of the Nerdy Laser. And you can leave those reviews and you can do all the nice things because we're nice to you. If you have any opinions on the substance or any movies we've talked about in the past for Night of the Nerdy Laser or any movies we're going to talk about in the future, you can always email nightofthenerdylaser@gmail.com.
Hey, and I want to just say,
Hey,
I want to just say to go over to YouTube, like Richard's saying, because I just looked and we did it. We did it. We hit 100 followers.
How many do we have? Exactly 100.
We have exactly 100 subs now. All my burner accounts are finally paying off. Oh my god! No, but yeah. So go
time to make
I am
nerdy laser at gmail.com to follow again.
Yeah. But no. So yeah, 100. So thanks to everybody following us over there. We'd like to keep growing that for sure.
I promise I'll at least put this one up. How's that?
There you go. This one's timely. So yeah, I'd appreciate that. But yeah, no, go on over there. We got a lot of cool stuff. Interviews. You have some shorts on there, whatever their little reel thing is. And yeah, go over there. If not, if you just want to stick to the audio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, sub to the show, 5-star rating, write a review, helps us out, algorithms, blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah.
All right, now spoilers. Okay, before I forget, and you forget, and we don't even talk about it, the 3 movies that I think this movie cobbles. I've already said one of them.
Yeah, Death Becomes
Her. Basket Case and Society.
Yeah. Man. Yeah.
I mean, I think with all 3 of them, I think the movie is heavily Death Becomes Her.
It's got like the dark humor kind of. It's got
the dark humor. It's got.
Line.
I mean, it's obviously more grotesque, I guess. But I mean, it's definitely Death Becomes Her. I mean, you don't find out as much about the serum as you did in Death Becomes Her, really. But you don't really find out anything in Death Becomes Her. But you see who's giving the serum. In the substance, you never see them; you only hear them.
I like that about it.
Yeah, I like it too. I mean, look, with something like this, there's no reason to go into anything. Although, a follow-up about the company that makes it would be very interesting.
Yeah, and I mean, you could do, because I mean, the story would be similar, but you could do this with like any, aging actor or not. They could.
What sort of reminds me of, and this is maybe a spoiler if you've not seen it, but maybe not. I won't go into detail over it, but the movie Old, and that's sort of Old. Kind of tells the same story, that I'm thinking of in a way. In a way, not exactly, but anyway, I love it, dude. I mean, it's probably my favorite movie of 2024. I mean, I'd have to look and see, but I mean, it's great. I wish I would have seen it in the theater when Corey did. I wish I would have seen it before Corey. I wish people weren't assholes. I knew it was body horror pretty quick. Which sucks if you know that, but it's the only way to really do. Everybody's like, "What's it about?" And I'm like, I mean, just watch it. But it's sort of like Cuckoo, right? Like I think Cuckoo, if I tell you what it's about, it's just gonna ruin it. But
Yes
so
and no.
anyway, for me, I was scrolling through Facebook, and one of the groups I'm in, I don't know if it was the Shutter Facebook group or the Joe Bob Facebook group, one of those like broad groups that talks about other stuff other than what the subject is, which that's a whole nother subject I could get pissed off about. But dude fucking posted a picture of the very last scene.
Why?
Because he didn't like it.
Oh, poor guy.
But I mean, fine. I wouldn't have read about it if I known it was about the substance, but he posted a pic, and me knowing it was body horror, I knew the ending going into it. So, I was trying to be calm about it. But I do think if I had not seen that scene, this movie would be one of the best movies I've ever seen. But because I knew where the start of the movie was and where the end of the movie was, I just needed the middle filled out. It's just a great movie, which does stand the test of time, because for me to even watch the damn movie.
Did you watch it in one sitting without falling asleep?
I did not watch it in one sitting. I did not fall asleep. Oh, actually, okay, so I didn't watch it in one sitting, but I watched it on my phone while I was doing, like I was having to do Frankencon stuff on the website that I didn't really have to think about. So I could just watch it. So I stayed up. Yeah, I watched it. It all Sunday night. Like I stayed up till like 1 a.m. or 12 or something. Because it's 2.5 hours, but it doesn't feel like 2.5 hours.
No, that was my concern, because I texted you before I started, and I was like, Richard, the runtime on this, what did I do? I was like, it's so long. Does it feel that long? And you're like,
but
no.
It doesn't really, right?
No.
Like, and what I think helps is Demi Moore. Like, we all love Demi Moore, so we just want to watch her. And dear God, somebody tell me those are not CGI boobs, and I just saw Demi Moore's boobs. The 13-year-old me would be very happy. But this day and age, who knows? I don't know. Certainly it looked real.
Yeah.
But she is pretty much naked in this movie. Now, whether it's actually her or
body double, CGI, it could be
whatever,
numerous things.
Who knows? Who knows? It shouldn't matter, but it does to me, really. And I need to know the real answer.
It's still real to me, damn it.
We don't get boobs in movies anymore, and you get a lot of naked boobs in this movie.
Yeah. So, man, one thing like I didn't really fully appreciate until the end of this movie is like the weird universe that it's set in.
I love it, dude.
It's that part, like when I got to the end on that, I was like, wow, that was, because like it's so like Quaid in this movie is so good. His like sleazy.
You know who it was supposed to be?
Who was it? Because I remember seeing a post about it.
It was supposed to be Ray Liotta.
Oh yeah, I could see
it. He died
it
before filming started.
He's
right. Actually in the credits.
Okay.
Ray Liotta as a thanks to.
Yeah. No, that's cool. But cool.
He was gonna be the guy, which would have been just as good. But Quaid is great.
So, to me, people are always like, oh, I don't like that Quaid guy. He's in like right wing and all that, faith-based movies. And I'm like, hey, if that guy's doing that and then doing this, like he has way more range, and you guys need to give him more credit than he deserves. Because like,
I love Dennis
plus
Quaid.
He's brothers with Randy, and that's got to be hard enough. Like, so anyway, no, Quaid's good. One of my guilty pleasure movies is The Rookie.
Oh yeah, I was going to mention that. I like The Rookie. I need to watch it again. I need to watch like a sports.
That's a feel-good sports one, and it's got
the. Dude, I cry at The Miracle. The Miracle is one of my favorite movies of all time.
The hockey one.
Yeah,
never seen it.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
I already know what happens.
Kurt Russell. You know that for every fucking sports movie. But Kurt Russell is so good in that movie.
Yeah.
But you know that coach never saw the movie. He died in a car crash
Oh.
during filming. Like,
So, did they give is it? Do they give it for him like the movie? You know what
I
I
think
mean?
they dedicate it to him at the
Dedicated.
end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they do. But I mean, if he was like like Kurt Russell's an asshole in that movie,
Yeah.
but he's got a plan,
Yeah.
And it's just a fascinating movie, just for the time it takes. And any U.S. versus Russian movie, I'm in.
No
Rocky
retreat, no surrender.
4, huh?
No retreat, no surrender.
No retreat, no surrender. Rocky 4 started my love of it, I think.
Why don't you
Red
just watch the
Dawn.
news? It's pretty relevant today.
Isn't Red Dawn?
Yeah,
that?
the original Red Dawn
Yeah, I don't know what the new Red Dawn is.
is either Korean or Chinese, I think.
I didn't watch it.
Me either.
I've actually never seen the original Red Dawn.
Oh my God. Guess I know what we're doing next week. I guess what
I probably did see Red Dawn when I was little, but I don't really remember it.
Yeah, I mean, you would. You'd talk about it more just because.
I mean, I remember Toy Soldiers, and I rarely bring that movie up, and it's amazing.
I like Small Soldiers better.
No, fuck off. They're different movies.
The sequel wasn't Small Soldiers.
It's like that thing I sent you where it was X, X2, and Triple X, and the guy posted, "This is the weirdest trilogy I've ever seen in my life."
There's another funny one that comes up. I think it's like 28 days later.
Oh, yeah, the Sandra Bullock one. It's 28 days, 28 days later,
Yeah.
28 weeks later. Or whatever.
Yeah. It's like I don't understand this. I don't understand this universe. There's a Star Wars one too, I think, or something with like a space poster. I can see it now, but those are always funny.
We need to make one with the Small Soldiers and Toy Soldier. What other soldiers? Is there another soldier?
There's
movie?
Soldier Boys.
Soldier. All right, so you talk about the universe. Yes, I love it. I love the fact that I love the fact that, like, you see the very beginning. How did you feel about the beginning of that movie? Like with the star, them putting the star in, and then it fading over time, cracking, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was one of those, like, when you first see it, you wouldn't know that you're gonna watch that story unfold. Like the movie was that happening, you know what I mean, over time.
Yes.
Then eventually it gets replaced or moved or whatever it might be. Yeah. So no, I thought that was a cool concept. It's a body horror film, but one of the most disgusting scenes is him eating prawns or shrimp or whatever that is.
That was a little unnerving. I did not appreciate that. I think I did look away.
He was like,
he's like, and he's like licking his fingers and stuff, and just that was probably outside of the teeth thing. That was the worst, but the teeth thing was pretty bad.
The teeth thing's like a nightmare that I've had, like where my teeth fall out, and they say that means something. I don't know what, because I'm like, whatever.
So anyway, that was disgusting. You're correct. I mean, Dennis Quaid in this movie is just gross anyway,
just
right?
A gross person, yeah.
Kind of reminds me of Burt Reynolds in Striptease, which is a Demi Moore movie.
Yeah,
so
just kind of like a sleazy, like
he's just a sleazy, disgusting man,
sleazebag,
like all of us. We're just gross. So yeah, I mean that's what this movie's about, right?
Yeah. Men are gross and they control everything.
And they control everything.
For beauty and longevity and
I love the rug that it looks like The Shining.
Oh yeah, they did show that a few times, huh?
Love it. I love the environment in general. The white and the colors, and then the billboard right outside of her window. Like, the environment is amazing, I think, in this movie. I mean, just all of it. Like, I just love everything about it.
It's like so generic, but so unique. Like at the same time, it's like
it's like a white room, and
it's like a throwback to like retro at the same time. Like,
well, what I love about it too is like when she built the hallway or whatever, and the hallway
You
like
get
a
some
curve.
scenes, like it's so weird that hallways like doesn't seem that long, but there's some scenes where like she's running down the hallway for
Yes.
like 10 minutes. You're like, what is going on here? You never feel like real comfortable. Everything just kind of seems off. The like tile, the black and white tile bathroom wall, I thought was a good, the like pure white.
With all the red and like whatever comes out. I mean, in different scenes.
Yeah. I thought that was cool. Like I said in the non-spoiler section, I thought it was good that they don't really show the place that makes this, because you could kind of interpret that as like you're making a deal with the devil, or you're making a deal with like some evil corporation, and just all the like little medical knickknacks that came with it, like the serum, the food, the little like spinal transfusion stuff, shots
Yeah, it
that
is.
you had
It
to
is
get.
really cool.
It's like it's weird, but like, that's the stuff I really thought was cool about this movie. And as we talk about it more and as a little bit more time goes by, I still keep thinking about it, so it's like it obviously did something right.
I'll say another thing that I loved about this movie was the music. The
Oh yeah,
music is amazing. It's not the same kind of. I mean, it is kind of the same kind of music, but it reminds me of The Social Network, which is one of my favorite movies. But Trent Reznor does the music in that. Trent Reznor and somebody, and I don't know the other guy's name because I don't think he was in Nine Inch Nails. So that's the only reason I remember Trent Reznor. But I loved The Social Network's music, and this one is Rafferty, and I don't know much about him, but it's great. I mean, he's a British composer and record producer, so um, I didn't know anything about Robbie Williams either, so neither did the rest of the U.S. Did you hear about that?
well, what do you do now?
No, the Better Man movie.
Oh,
You don't even know about the Better Man, where he's a
no.
monkey?
Oh no, okay, I know what you're talking about, but what is
That's
that?
the Robbie Williams docu movie that
They
it's
decided
just,
to make him a monkey?
it's just him as a monkey. Yes.
Why?
I don't know, but dude, you know what that movie made on opening weekend?
$1?
Less than $2 million. Movie cost $110 million. Paramount isn't even releasing numbers after the third week.
Whoa, yeah, I'm looking at the box office. 110
Oh,
million was the budget. It made 1.98 opening US Canada, and then so far it's only made 17 million back.
I mean, that's incredible.
See, that's the kind of movies that should be getting axed at the floor to make a $110 million movie like that instead of Batgirl or Looney Tunes.
No kidding.
Like
Like,
seriously, what is those
well,
have a bigger fan base than him? There's no way this could have made any.
because I'll say this, I am mildly interested in Better Man. I am. But man, social media got a hold of that movie and just ripped it to fucking shreds.
Maybe it'll be one where that happens with it, and then when it finds like a streaming release or something like that, the numbers are going to be way better than anybody could have
No,
expected.
but it won't ever help anything. It won't help that movie.
No,
I mean, there's no world where that streaming helps that movie that much. I mean, it's just the craziest story to me. Like I'm just blown. My mind is blown by it because I've seen so many videos about it and people talking about it and making fun of Robbie Williams and like who is he? Which I do mildly remember him in the early 2000s. Not that he really had a hit over here, but everybody's shitting all over the music. It doesn't sound that bad. It's like, do you listen to the bullshit that's out now?
yeah, it's terrible.
And you're shitting all over a British singer. They're all British singers and they're all British actors. We really just live in their world.
Pretty much.
I mean, when you think somebody, oh, House, he's a great American actor. Nope, couldn't be more British.
Yeah.
Like you just think these people are American because they put on a great American accent. Who was it? The girl from do you ever watch that show Ghosts? Or did you ever see iZombie?
No, but I know the shows.
So that girl, she's in Ghosts. She's British. I had no idea. I've watched Ghost from the beginning, which it is a funny show. You should give it a shot. Watch the British one; it's funnier actually, which is funny because I'm
Like The
just
Office.
crashing. What?
Like The Office. The British one's better. It
I mean,
didn't go on 9 seasons. It didn't.
I don't really like either version, so it's fine.
It's just mean people. Not weird
I
things.
know. Well, that's why I don't like it, Jeff. We've gone over this.
Oh, I know.
I mean, there for a while, I fell in love with Charlie Day's movies. Like, he was really fun. I mean, like, I loved Charlie Day in almost every movie I saw. And so I tried to watch Always Sunny, and I just fucking can't.
They're so mean. They're
It's
terrible.
Seinfeld
people.
on steroids, man.
Seinfeld people are.
But now I will say this: there is one funny clip that I constantly see and look up to show people because I think it's funny. Do you watch Always Sunny?
I watched a few seasons.
But anyway, it's Charlie Day and Danny DeVito, and they were walking in this party, and they're like, he's like, yeah, and they're like at a party or whatever, and he's like, yeah, and they got juice, and they're like, oh, you mean a screwdriver? And he's like, no, they just sell orange juice. I was like, really? Just orange juice? It's like, so it's just this like 2-minute like whoa like realization like people just drink orange juice and not mix it with vodka.
Yeah, I've seen that clip. There's another one, the spaghetti one's funny. He goes up to somebody, I don't know where they're at like an opera or something. He goes, what's your spaghetti policy here? And the lady's like, what? He's like, I brought it in my bag, and he's just eating it out of a Ziploc. That one's good. And then there was one, I put it like on my Facebook a long time ago. It was Danny DeVito. Frank is his character's name, and they're trying to get this homeless guy and kill him. His name's like Cricket, I think he goes by, and Danny DeVito's like sleeping out in the trash, and he's wearing.
He's like, I'm the trash man.
He's got like trash and like but he's like Rambo too, and then he's like, they drew first blood, and they're like, Frank, are you that's Rambo? What are you doing? And he has like huge hunting knife like Rambo, and he just runs away. It's like, I don't know how Danny DeVito got into that, but I'm so glad he did because he fits it so perfect. Like,
I mean, I want to like that show, but I really just can't.
Yeah, no, your Seinfeld call was pretty spot on. But like, with Seinfeld, they're mean, but they weren't always mean. And Always Sunny, they're always mean. They're always just doing something mean to somebody.
That's fair. All right, so The Substance, it's good. Watch it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. I was gonna buy it at Walmart last night, but they did not have the 4K, so they were sold out. So
yeah,
they had the Blu-ray, but I'm not gonna buy the Blu-ray if I can just buy the 4K for $5 more.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, the last thing,
what they had though? You know what Walmart had? They had the Kill Bill 1 and 2. I did not buy them.
Oh, did they have slips or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They only had one of each. I didn't look at the slips to see what kind of condition they're in. No, they looked fine from afar, but they had slips, and they were like, and it is funny, they were like $27, which I think is much cheaper than buying it online.
Yeah, I think
but you are supporting the devil, so
yeah, aren't we all? The only other thing,
but I didn't buy them, so there's that.
All right, one more time, I'll try. Only other thing,
but if you go,
we got to wrap it. But I just was going to say that we didn't even touch really on the makeup and effects in this, and it's all practical, and it's like that part's cool.
I mean, I don't think the movie's perfect. Like the effects are amazing. The coming out of the back is crazy to me. It just looks so good.
Yeah,
because people are like, "Oh, she gets you." I was telling a friend of mine at work today, like, "You need to see this." And of course, he looks up the trailer. I'm like, "Don't watch the trailer." I was like, "Go into it blind." He's like, "So what is it?" She finds something to get younger, and I'm like, you've already ruined it because it's not that, right? It's another person.
Yeah. But you live like through them. It's like your inner person.
Well, it's that funny line where she's like, all she does is sit around and eat chicken, which is probably what my other person my younger, healthier person would say about me.
Yeah. And and this is, I've heard the comparison. People call this a Cronenbergian film just because, body horror, David Cronenberg.
I
But,
mean, I guess, but it's. I mean, I guess. I mean, really, I can't speak on Cronenberg except for The Fly, and I mean, I would compare this to The Fly. It's as good as The Fly. Like, I
Yeah.
love both movies. Body horror is like my favorite subgenre of horror. I don't know how that happened, but just over the years, it has. I mean,
Street trash.
Between The Fly and Street Trash and Society, The
Body
Substance
Melt.
now, huh?
Body Melt. Have you seen that one?
So I tried to watch Body Melt. It was on Tubi, and
Mhm.
I watched it, and I enjoyed it for the first like 5 or 10 minutes, and then something happened, and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what it was, so I do need to give it another shot because I do like the setup of it,
Yeah.
but something about it didn't feel right.
The Blob, I guess, could be one technically.
Oh, The Blob for sure is body horror.
Slime City is another one.
Sin City.
Slime City, I think
Oh,
it's
I
called.
was like, can't wait to hear. I mean, Marv is sort of body horror.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I love body horror. I mean, you know, I want my body horror to make sense. So that's tough. But that's why The Fly and The Substance works so good, right? And the Blob remake is a good example of that. I need to watch that again.
Blob remake from '88.
Yeah,
That's a good movie.
I mean, it's way gorier than you think it's going to be.
Yeah, the picture I always think of is the what's his face trying to reach through the slime and it's melting him, and
Yeah. Well, this is probably the longest episode of Night of the Nerdy Laser there's ever been, so you're welcome.
yeah.
I think it's been a fun show. I've enjoyed talking about lots of different things. I say rent Substance as fast as you can. Matt hasn't seen this movie, and I was like, Matt, you
Out of
will
all
love,
people,
huh?
out of all the people, Matt.
I know. I'm like, Matt, you have to see. He's like, yeah, I heard it was like Society. I was like, stop. I was like, just go watch it now. And he hasn't.
That's wild.
Because isn't this like it'll be his favorite movie of all time, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, it really will. Like, he's gonna love it. He will love every aspect of this movie.
Yeah, I think so.
I hope it wins the Oscar. I don't know what else is up, but I mean, I hope it wins. So it'll be as weird if it wins the Oscar. It'll be as weird as when Parasite won for Oscar.
Love that movie.
I need to watch that again too.
He's got him and Rob. We got to get out of here, but he's got that Robert Pattinson movie coming out, Mickey 17 or something.
Oh,
like that.
yeah, and his accent is crazy in that movie.
I want to see it.
Yeah, I didn't know it was him.
Yeah,
so that's good. I mean, I knew it was Robert Pattinson.
I think it's an A24 release. They got a couple things coming out that look really good. And I feel like Neon is coming up big, like A24 did the last few years.
Shudder, Clown in the Cornfield.
Yeah, that's true.
So it'll be a good year for horror. That's all from us. I already plugged everything, but Jeff, how could they really help us?
By keeping it bloody? Or do you mean the ratings and reviews? Because I could just talk about those. No, I said it in the other section. I said if
fine, fuck it, keep it bloody.
Somebody has to.